Hello and welcome, welcome. It is day 3 of the 5-day Paraliminal Challenge. This is Pete Bissonette. And yes, we will announce today's winner of the $100 gift certificate. But first, I have to introduce you to our guest host, who is this amazing woman who leads one of the most important partners we have in making the Paraliminals super effective. So let's welcome CEO of Centerpoint Research Institute, MaryEllen Tribby. Hello, MaryEllen. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. It's really morning for you. You're on the West Coast, which
I'm
means
on the
you're
West Coast today.
bright and early. Fantastic. Glad that you're with us.
And I'm going to say I probably wouldn't have gotten up for anyone else except for Pete, right? It's 7 o'clock here in Portland, Oregon, in our headquarters for Holosync. But when Pete asked me to do this, I knew I had to. It's just too important not to.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. So let's talk a little bit about Centerpoint and Holosync, because that's so important for us. So what is Holosync and how do we use it on the Paraliminals? And then really, why is it so effective?
Thank you, Pete, for asking that, because I know this is complicated for a lot of folks. So complicated that I actually kind of broke it down. I wrote it down a little bit because it's important that people grasp some of this technology because there is nothing like it. So basically, Holosync is a form of neuro-audio technology that affects the brain. It's based on a form of audio technology called binaural beat entrainment, which is used to alter brainwave activity. Binaural beat is proven to get you through virtually any brainwave pattern, right? It can alter your state of consciousness. It's totally non-invasive. There's no drugs. It's just sound. But really what sets it apart is that it can replicate the benefits of long-term meditation at a much faster rate. So when you listen to Holosync, an hour's worth of Holosync, essentially you would need to do 8 hours of traditional meditation. And that's really because we have something that's called a neural driver. And it uses low carrier frequencies basically to saturate or drive the nervous system to reorganize and grow. We've been doing this for it's like 35 years now, right? It's almost 35 years. And during that time, what this does is it reduces your stress and feelings of depression and anxiety. It can improve your memory, your focus, your concentration. It can increase your mental and emotional resilience. It can release old trauma. Holosync has been used by over 2.2 million people in 196 countries. So we have been around, as you know, Pete, for almost 35 years now, helping people improve their lives every day. And the beautiful thing about it with the Paraliminals is it really reinforces the verbiage that's going on, right? And so that's what I love about Holosync, because it only helps people, get to their goals faster. There's nothing easier, right, than basically Paraliminals or Holosync, right? There's nothing easier you can do, and frankly, there's nothing more effective that you can do. And that's why we're such good partners, because we understand what we bring to the table for each other.
Yeah, no, exactly. And thank you for that explanation. And we really are so happy that we're able to have the Holosync on it, because it does enhance the Paraliminals, and it makes it a little bit easier to get the results that you want. And if you're listening really carefully sometime, you might hear a hum in your ears. That's the Holosync tones in the background doing its magic, while Paul Sheely is doing his magic in your ears.
Yeah, when you think of it, it's kind of like that peanut butter and jelly. It just fits.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're here because of the Paraliminal Challenge, and we all want to get more from life, obviously. We want life to flow with happiness, great abundance, health, wisdom. And we want our lives to be filled with love, prosperity, wisdom, and the Paraliminals will help you. And if you upgrade to get the Ultimate U library of paraliminals and want more information on any of the paraliminals, the cool thing is that you'll have access to tremendous amounts of written information, such as how it works, best ways to use, possibilities for going beyond, inside secrets. Plus, Dr. Paul Shealy, he created a video coaching session for each of the paraliminals to ensure that you can only win. But here's the scoop. You don't need to read any of that stuff. You don't have to watch the video because we created the paraliminals so that all you have to do is press play. You don't need to read anything. Don't need to understand. It's the same thing with the metaphors. When you're listening to the multiple voices, you'll hear metaphors going on. You don't have to understand them. Just allow your mind to drift and the paraliminals will do its magic. Even if you fall asleep, everything's going to be just fine with it. We try to make it as easy as possible, and that's why we've embedded the holosync on paraliminals. So as you listen today, and as you listen the rest of the week, be sure to be sharing with us what's happening. What progress are you noticing toward your goal? Do you feel more motivated? Are you inspired? Do synchronicities happen? Are you noticing concrete results? Do you have less stress? Are you feeling happier? Let us know on the Learning Strategies Facebook page or on the special web page that we have. And there are links in your reminder email. And right now, you're either watching us on the MindTracks app or you're online. And if you're online, there should be links on that page too, so you can easily find the Facebook page. And every day, like I said, we're randomly selecting someone from those who write us to win a $100 gift certificate. So MaryEllen, we've had a lot of stories come in overnight. Shall we start reading some? Would you like to begin?
I'd love to. These are so incredible. So Vicky from Canada wrote, I listened to the deep relaxation and then the 10-minute supercharger because I get up early in the morning and I am typically working by 5:30.
That's early.
Gassed in the afternoon. After the sessions, I was good for another couple of hours. Fantastic. I know what Vicky means about getting up early and getting going.
Yeah, you're sitting there right there proving it.
Yeah. Yep. And then I have one here from Karina who wrote, my goal is to de-stress, relax, let go, and allow great things. So last night I listened to Sleep Deeply, and the next morning I listened to Self-Love and Gratitude. I feel these are helping me with my goal. Now on to Happy for No Reason, Joy and Wealth Motivator. Thank you. Awesome. Another great one. And then Tina wrote, I'm working on self-love and acceptance. So I listened to the Paraliminal Self-Love and Ideal Weight before bed and woke up refreshed, feeling a little lighter and not so critical. I can see how this practice, the message, are cumulative, very easy to incorporate into your day. That's my favorite thing about it, Pete. They're so easy.
Yeah, and 20 minutes is all the time that it takes. 20
Right.
minutes. Some of them are a little bit longer, some of them are a little bit shorter, but 20 minutes, and we can all find 20 minutes. So I'll read a few. Karen wrote, I'm a longtime fan of learning strategies, yay Karen, and I use the paraliminals. I've been a little stuck lately with many life changes, and I know from past experience that the paraliminals will help. When I listen daily, life is better. They really do work well. I chose Get Around to It and found myself more productive in what I set out to do. Absolutely. Grace, she wrote, I listen to the Prosperity Paraliminal. I have goals of abundant wealth, health, creativity, and synchronicities with people showing up to help me accomplish my goals. As I listened, my racing thoughts quieted, and I felt a peaceful feeling. I didn't feel judgment, just encouragement to find the way to prosperity in the best way for me. I look forward to any benefits I may have from listening. I'll probably listen to a health paraliminal next. Thank you for the opportunity. And Anne wrote, I listen to Success Built to Last to help me create a life that matters. I want purpose in my life.
Wonderful. Well, I've got a couple more. And the next one is from Michaela, which is my daughter's name, my oldest. She says, I'm listening to as many as I can. Yesterday, I did 4 or 5. I love them. Instead of running with wild, random thoughts, I really find it more beneficial to listen to the paraliminals. I am more relaxed and confident that I am on the right path. I am where I'm supposed to be, and I'll be at the right spot at the right time for my life to unfold awesomely. That's fantastic. And then Shirley from Florida said, I listen to Ideal Weight. I heard that I have the power to set and achieve small, workable goals. I can make my own decisions to eat sensibly. I also listened to the Sleep Paraliminal last night. They really helped me relax my mind and body parts until sleep seeped in. Fantastic, Shirley. And then Elizabeth, all the way from Portugal, wrote, I listened to Letting Go because it was the paraliminal of the day, and because I'm so focused on trying to build a business from the ground up that I needed to take a chill pill. I do feel refreshed and I'm enjoying my journey on building a business. Oh, that's great, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Melanie in North Carolina, she wrote, Monday evening I listened to Sleep Deeply. The two voices in the different ears at the same time caused stress as I tried to decipher each message at the same time. I tried to zone out, as you suggested on Tuesday evening, during that section of the voice in each ear. My face grew warm during the session. I enjoyed the gentle babbling brook. Thank you for this opportunity. Yeah, if you find the voices a little bit discombobulating at first, that means you're paying too much attention. Just kind of relax and go with the flow and let the voices do their thing. They're working with your inner mind, not with your conscious mind. Belinda, she wrote, hi, this week I'm focusing on getting live-in care work in the UK. This is very challenging as things have changed as a result of COVID. This morning I listened to Focused and Concentration to help me accomplish more in less time. I've decided to listen in every morning during the challenge. I have just listened to Miracle Mindset as it seems it might take a miracle to get work in the time I need to get it. And another one I'd recommend, Belinda, is the Prosperity Paraliminal. Because that one, as we mentioned a little bit earlier ago, is it can be used for almost anything whatsoever, because it will ask you what area of your life do you want to have more abundance. And it can be in financial, it can be in relationships, it can be in finding your work, it could be in finding a solution to a problem. So that prosperity can use it for so many different things.
Oh, that's great. Well, I've got one from Karen. This is a special one. Karen from California wrote, since my husband's death in 2020 and during subsequent caregiving for my mom, I've grown increasingly uncomfortable with the time I'm spending on my smartphone, obsessively doom scrolling, endlessly playing mindless games. It's interfering with my sleep and using up time that I could otherwise be spent learning, moving, resting, creating, or connecting with others. My main goal this week is to explore healthier habits. The break the habit paraliminals are where I'm starting. I may add conscious time and the new behavior generator tracks to the mix. I'm eager to see where I am by the end of the week. That's great, Karen, that you recognize that and you've got a goal. That's fantastic. And then Beryl shared, I listened to self-love. I had not realized that my self-talk had become so negative, but today I was actually aware of it and was able to switch each time. I love the concept of the past and future assisting me in this quest. Oh, wonderful. And then finally, Natalie said, today I listened to Abundant Money Mindset. I'm so happy to have been putting these positive messages into my brain. I know they make a difference. Yes, they do.
Yeah, by all means. When you got stuff in your head that isn't working, fill your head with thoughts and words that do work, and that's what the paraliminals will do. Jackie from Wisconsin wrote, to do well in sports and not to be my worst enemy. So Jackie, there's 3 paraliminals you should be using because they're fantastic for what you just said. Automatic pilot, new behavior generator, and the self-esteem supercharger. So the automatic pilot will help you not to be your own worst enemy. New behavior generator will help you model other people who perform very well in the sport that you're interested in. And the self-esteem supercharger, listen to that one within a couple hours of a sporting event, and you'll be unbeatable. It is magical when it comes to sport. Now, Craig wrote, I keep reading how super successful people rely on their intuition, so I'm using intuition amplifiers every day this week. I've already found it easier to make decisions, and I think that's my intuition kicking in. Kim wrote, I listened to Anxiety Free yesterday morning, and I did feel calmer the rest of the day. Then I listened to Sleep Deeply Before Bed, and wow, I haven't slept that well in a long time. Normally wake up after a couple hours, and that's it for me for the night. As my mind starts racing and I toss and turn. A lot of people have that, feeling that anxious, we can't fall back to sleep. But last night I slept deeply, woke up a couple times, but immediately fell back to sleep. I haven't felt this good in a really long time.
Oh, that's great. All right. Well, I've got one here from Beth, and she said, I will stay with two paraliminals for 5 days. Joy and happy for no reason. When I listened to Joy a few nights ago, the shift I felt was remarkable. And this made me realize that I have some work to do around my joy for life. A family tragedy many years ago took a lot of joy out of my heart. Well, keep working on that, Beth. You'll get there. I know it. June wrote, I've been drawn to overcoming overwhelm because everything feels like so much pressure. I started feeling relief about a half hour after listening. Interesting. It's more than interesting. It's so fantastic, June. And then Toom, I think that's how you pronounce it, wrote, taking to win.
Talking to win.
Talking to win. I'm in a lot of Zoom calls and I need to get better contributing. I will use self-esteem supercharger. Good for you.
Yeah, and the self-esteem supercharger, if you got an important Zoom call, again, listen to it within a couple hours beforehand, like before a sporting event, before anything that's important, do the self-esteem supercharger. One of the first times I used it, I remember I was going up north to visit the family. My sister had a way of pushing my buttons, and I didn't like the way I responded. But I listened to the self-esteem supercharger at a wayside rest before I got home, and the whole trip was fantastic. I attribute it to that.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Charles wrote, I found my memory slipping, so I have been using Memory Supercharger. I truly felt sharp as a tack today. So I listened to the Memory Supercharger this morning too. So it's a beautiful one, and it's one I listen to on a regular basis, and it's really good for keeping mind sharp and for being able to imprint information, such stuff that you need to remember, and also for remembering. So put that in your rotation, Memory Supercharger. So Marlene, who is moving on from her home of 30 years, as we learned the other day, she wrote, yesterday I listened to the 10-minute supercharger and found renewed energy for the rest of my day. I also listened to Simplicity. I found the perfect resources to solve a problem I was struggling with connected to my packing and managed to achieve all the goals I had listed for the day. I'm planning on using active listening this afternoon as I feel it would help with some relationship issues I'm experiencing at the moment. Darren from Toronto wrote, my goal in listening this week is to help me in finding my life purpose. I chose finding yourself, and I will use it the rest of the week. And Darren, also take a look at the self-actualization paraliminal. I think you'll find a lot of benefit in that one too.
Oh, fantastic. All right. We have Beverly, and she said, I choose Finding Treasure today. I always relax so much with paraliminals that dozing off today was the treasure to get me ready for doing taxes and finding deductions.
I love that one, yeah.
Awesome. All right. And then Alan said, I listened to Fearlessness Paraliminal today, and although I drifted off to sleep, I did feel a shift within me for the rest of the day. We'll listen to Dream Play Session a day before I go to sleep tonight. There is always a change within me when I listen to these consistently every day. Oh, yeah. All right, then Tony said, I've been using paraliminals for years, and I have to say that I'm a much better person. I don't fly off the handle anymore. I am much calmer, more reasoned, and very optimistic, and I've increased my financial net worth considerably.
Yay for Tony. So MaryEllen, he went on to say that he listens to a paraliminal a couple times a week, and then when an issue will come up or when he has a new goal, he'll listen every day for as long as needed. And he's been doing this for a couple decades now. So I'm so glad, Tony, that you're with us here this week. So how about you? What do you want to let go of, or what do you want to accomplish? What will help you with your goals and your resolutions, huh? So scan through the list of the paraliminals, either in the app or in the online form that we have for you, and listen to them. They might just help you with your challenge. Or you can do what I do, and I follow the lazy man's approach to listening to the paraliminal of the day. So if you're in the MindTracks app, every morning or every day when you go into it, at the top of the app, it gives you the paraliminal of the day. That's what I usually do. And if I don't have time to do if you don't have the app, I'm sorry, randomly select the ones in your list. Just look at the list of paraliminals and go, shoo, and listen to it. They will all support your goals. And by the way, when you upgrade to order the Ultimate U Library Paraliminals, you'll be able to get them either as CDs that will mail to your home, or you can get them as MP3s that you can access immediately on your computer or through or you can get it through the MindTracks app. And the MindTracks app only works on phones and on tablets. So they don't work on a computer. So if you want the computer, you got to do the MP3s. It's real easy to do. It's just your choice. So MaryEllen, who is the winner of today's drawing?
All right, drum roll. Our lucky winner today, I am excited to announce, is Karen Benson, and she has won a $100 gift certificate. Congratulations.
So Karen Benson, to claim your award, email customer service at learningstrategies.com and we'll get you set up. Again, that's customer service at learningstrategies.com. And just before we went live today, I used a random number generator on the internet to select the winner. That's what I do every morning. So if you're enjoying the Paraliminals, we hope you upgrade to get the Ultimate U Library. You'll always have easy access to the Paraliminals. Like Tony, he listens to them on a regular basis, and you never know what might come your way. So having all of them available can be a lifesaver, can be a life enhancer. Use the link in the reminder email or on this webpage, and you'll be able to upgrade. And remember, the Paraliminal Challenge ends on Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time. If you want to continue using Paraliminals, please upgrade today and use those links. And when you use the links, you get a satisfaction guarantee for 30 days, which means if you change your mind, you can get a refund. And instead of a week, you'll have a whole month of Paraliminals to be playing with. So how's that? So MaryEllen, Centerpoint was founded by the late Bill Harris. He and I first met back in the 1990s, before there was email, basically. And our clients were telling Bill about Paraliminals, and Bill's clients were telling us about Holocene. Actually, it was vice versa. Bill's clients were telling him about Paraliminals, and our clients were telling me, that memory supercharge, I need to listen to it one more time today. How's that? So after that call, we became instant friends. And by the early 2000s, when we were converting all the Paraliminals from cassette tapes to CDs, Bill called me up and he says, "Why don't you put Holosync on the Paraliminals?" And I thought, oh, I hadn't thought about that. And then within a couple of weeks, his engineers were working with our engineers to boost the power of the Paraliminals. And then shortly after that, Dr. Paul Shealy and Bill Harris are busy co-creating a Paraliminal together that's called Fresh Start. MaryEllen, can you tell us a little bit about Fresh Start?
Well, I think this is so special because basically it reminds you that every moment of every day is an opportunity. I'm sure a lot of people who ever wanted to watch their weight or start something new would say, "Oh, I'll start on Monday." Right? Like it could be Tuesday and I'll start on Monday. But with Fresh Start, it makes it so easy to take advantage of those opportunities, to get you going, to let you know that you have the power to start right now.
Exactly. And it is so good about helping you be in the present moment.
Yes.
And which is something that we all want to be in. Sometimes, when our mind goes crazy, it's because of something in the past or something we're worried about in the future. And that Fresh Start can really help calm that all down by bringing you right now into the present moment. And as you say, it gives you a fresh start. Every moment can be a fresh start. So MaryEllen, as we wind up today's session, what advice do you have for people?
Well, so many of these comments today were so great. And I think one of the most important things you can do, which someone mentioned today, was to be consistent, right? That kind of like Pete, you were saying that some are only 10 minutes long. Everybody has 10 minutes, right? Think of the things, it's kind of like that switch, right? Like, so instead of maybe watching an episode of Friends, do a couple paraliminals, right? Use that time wisely and be consistent and take small bites, because that's how people reach big goals, right? They take small bites, and that's exactly what the paraliminals help with. As soon as you're done, I mean, you're just ready. You're ready to go. So please be consistent with it, because I know that if you are, that you can accomplish anything that you want to.
Good advice. Thanks, MaryEllen.
Yeah.
So after the challenge is over, we're going to send everybody an email so that if you want to connect with MaryEllen or explore HoloSync in more detail, we'll tell you how you can do it. So just watch your email from us. Now, get to using your paraliminals. Do you know which one you're going to use yet? If not, as soon as we get off the session here, go to the list and do it. I'm going to redo the memory supercharger, obviously, and then come back tomorrow for our guest co-host, the amazing Jack Canfield. He's the renowned co-creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul books, celebrated star of The Secret, author of The Success Principles, and co-creator of 3 amazing Living the Law of Attraction paraliminals. Only one of them is part of the Ultimate You library. The other 2 are only available in the Effortless Success Personal Learning course, but they're amazing paraliminals. If you haven't used the Living the Law of Attraction paraliminal yet, do it now and do it before the session tomorrow with Jack. So MaryEllen, I know that you know Jack. The 3 of us were just together earlier this year in New Orleans. Why should everybody come back tomorrow for a live stream with Jack?
Oh my goodness, right? So many
Yeah.
reasons that Pete just mentioned. Pete, I wish I had my picture of Jack and myself from our masquerade ball.
Yeah. That's what you do in New Orleans. You have to go to a masquerade ball.
That's
Yeah.
what we did. But Jack, again, he breaks things down into those bite-size pieces that are so easily to consume, right? And Jack is somebody who has faced adversity. He's meant a lot of rejection in order to get where he is today. So Jack is someone you want to take in, you want to listen, and then you want to replicate the things that Jack has done. So please tune in tomorrow. You'll just love it.
Yeah, thank you. And MaryEllen, thank you for joining us today. This is so neat to have you here. It's always a joy to talk with you. And you can be coming to Minnesota in month after next. We're going to have a meeting and a nice dinner party. So all of the folks from Learning Strategies are going to come over, so we're going to have a blast.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. And everyone at home, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. And MaryEllen, again, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
And MaryEllen, you too listen to Paraliminal. Everybody listen to Paraliminal and be back tomorrow with Jack. Bye for now.
Bye-bye now.